Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the Four Job Fiesta. Last episode we just defeated Gilgamesh again, and now we're about to leave the big bridge, but unfortunately we're not going to leave it in a way that we would like to. So we'll see that in a little bit, but first let's take care of these last two new enemies, the Fishman and the Neo Galura. So we can charm them all up, which is good. Yay, that charm spell is really, really good. So, Bolt will take care of the Fishman, but not the Neo Galore. See, he absorbs it, so. But we got 2 out of 3 enemies hit with it, so. And the Neo Galore shouldn't be too bad to take out on his own. He's gonna help us right there. He took off more than he healed with that lightning too, so. There we go. And that'll be our last battle here. Just have to head on up. And hey, there's Kara! Kara! Grandpa, the barrier! This is what I meant by saying that we're gonna leave, but not the way we intended. Because this magical barrier, it's like the force field that, from the forest Endor that surrounded the second Death Star. It's gonna rise up, it's gonna push us away. So we didn't get to safety in the building there like Kara did. And we got tossed away. And if we look at the world map when we see it, we got tossed really, really far away. Once again, though, it's a good thing that we don't take fall damage in Final Fantasy, because we get, like, thrown halfway across the world. Ba-dunk. Luckily, Galuf knows exactly where we get thrown, so he's pretty smart. Well, he knows his world pretty well. I don't know if I got dumped halfway across the world. I don't know where I was at. Where is this? The continent of Grosenia, a remote land where ferocious beasts dwell. How unfortunate that we were thrown here. Galuf, I'm sorry. Because of us. I told you, you don't have to come. But you guys have made my day. Alright. So here we are. We're in the wilderness, the outback, basically. So it looked kind of really depressing, a lot of hard enemies. You can see down to the south east corner, there's like a big dot there. That's Exdeath's castle. So you can see we basically did get thrown across, halfway across the world. So, and now unfortunately we get hit with behind the back attack. So, not good. So Mage right there is the plant-looking enemy. Weak to fire. Let's get Faris back up. The bad thing about the back attacks is that the enemies start with their full ATB, the action turn battle thing full, and ours is empty, and then all our good attackers are in the wrong row. So they get half defense, and all our weak people with weak defense get basically double hit. So, not good. But luckily we have Angels of the Night, so as long as a magic isn't hit at Lenna and Faris, he'll jump in front of them to cover them. There with that critical hit point. Bad thing about that mucus is it causes a drain effect. So as you can see, the Angel's hit points keeps going down. And now Lenna's just gonna go down too, so sticking mucus, it slows us down too, so it saps our strength and it makes us slower, so not good. Here's Devourers. The interesting thing about them is you would think that they look like squids, so they'd be weak to lightning, but the game tricks you, and they actually absorb lightning, so they get hit points back with him with lightning. So even though they look like water fish enemies, they're not. So. Luckily, though, we have a decent trek, but it's not super, super far. There is a town, even though we're in the middle of the outback, there will be a town that we can go to heal up, and we actually get a free inn there, so that's pretty nice. You don't have to worry about, like, pitching a tent here or really using an item like an ether or something to restore our magic points. We don't got too far to go. You can go around the mountain here. And, which is not too far away, like I said. Got some more new enemies here. The lure there is that pink guy. And they can be charmed. And like some of the other palette swaps of him, they can use that fusion spell and basically just defeat themselves. So they'll give their hit points to somebody else, but we haven't damaged anyone else yet, so it won't really matter. And oops, I gotta give that healing rod back to Lenna. So, I don't know who we fused with, but the only one we hurt was the fairy orc, which is the pig on top, and Lunetta is the, looks like a caterpillar on the bottom there. So, we'll just finish him off. Let's get that healing rod back on Lenna so she can heal us up without using her magic points. And then we'll be on our way. Galuf still has that same katana that we got way back when we visited Tycoon Castle, way back at the beginning of the game. We haven't had any upgrades. Won't get any more upgrades for that katana for a little bit, so. But it's a good thing we kept it. So we keep heading over there, and there's the village. But we ran into most of the new enemies here, so. Ooh, we're safe. And we are at the backwater village of Rugar. This is the remote village of Rugar. And then we got the weapon and armor shop. That's the weapons dealer. We talked to her on the other side, she'll say that's the armor dealer. So there's the same katana that we got. That's what he already has. We want to buy an upgraded slumber sword. And since we have Faris in the back row now as a bard, we can buy her one of those harps, because that could work from the back row. So here we go. We're gonna buy more armor than we need. So let's go to upgrade there. The slumber sword can put enemies to sleep when it hits them. So now let's go buy some more armor. We got some good new armors coming up here. I don't think we're able to afford all of it. So yeah, once again we're stuck. We can go down here and we can talk with this girl. My ribbon, where could it have gone? That's a little side quest later on that we can get her ribbon. Ribbon is the best headgear because it blocks all status ailments. But the only problem is like only dancers or people with the equip ribbon ability, which you learn from being a dancer, can use it. So I accidentally bought a gold shield. I didn't want to buy it. So well, we can sell a bunch of stuff here and then buy what we need, or most of what we need. Galuf already got that gold shield. Needs a helmet though. That's what I should have bought, a gold helmet, not the shield. Speaking of helmets, we can get 2 new helmets there for our magical characters. The guy who gives us a slight upgrade for our magic casters as well. So we'll focus on our defense on them first, because they take more damage. Remember they give the attack power. We want the special thing first. That's why they gave us the rod instead of the healing wand. And they always go by just pure attack power. On defense, they go by pure defensive power. They don't worry about special abilities. So it's a problem, but alright. Got some more money here. Spend a little bit more. So probably the best thing to get is the helmet. So Galuf will finally get some helmet. That stealth armor that he's wearing is still pretty good. So if we could afford the gold armor, we could get it, but it's not too much better than the stealth, so because the stealth is giving some agility, and that helps. Let's go talk with the rest of the people here. There are monsters all over outside the village. Yeah, I know, we just ran into a bunch of them. Item shops in this world, the second world, start selling new items. As you can see, they sell the high potions, and then we usually have a second item seller, and they sell like the chemist drinks. The drinks that the chemist can use can have different effects. They raise your levels, or they raise your speed or your strength. Rather than usually, we haven't had people visitors in so long. Magic, I don't have to buy any magic because I can't use any more magic spells. But we have black magic here in the middle. We have the white magic here on the left, and then on the right we have time magic. So if you're using any of those classes, black mage, white mage, or time mage, you can buy some more spells there. Comet is actually a funky spell. It's actually a damage spell for the time mage. Is it true that Exdeath's back? Yes, he is. You shouldn't get too close to the castle to the south. Looks like X65, but I'm sure he'd never attack a village this far out in the middle of nowhere. You know what I saw? I saw a Moogle. It's the truth. Yeah, no way. You didn't see a Moogle, you're lying. Well, we'll have to investigate that. Maybe there are some Moogles. Moogles are like, the wine we make here is delicious. We saw them in Final Fantasy III. They hung out with Durga at his place. This wine is wonderful. There aren't any dancers in this world. Do you dance for us instead? Yeah, if you climb the stage here, you can dance for 100 gold. Once you have the corner jar, catching monsters is easy. This flavor can't be beat. How about some famous Ruger's famous wine? The flavor just can't be beat. We're going to sneak back here. There's a secret passage to get to another piano. We'll play the piano and then we'll go do some dancing. The folks were talking about the castle of the south to stay away from that. Apparently, that other lady said that in that castle are the legendary weapons. So we can go check them out. We won't be able to get them any later. In order to get the legendary weapons, you have to do like different side quests. You don't necessarily have to get any of the legendary weapons either. So they're just like big side quests. If we step on the stage and we say yes, we do a little dance, and they reward us with 100 gil. So it's not a really good place to make money. You can probably just go out and farm enemies, and that way you're getting job points and experience at the same time as you're making the money. But I guess if you just like a short 100 gil and you need to buy something really bad, you can do it right here. So we get some money, and then we'll be saving some money, because if we go to the inn, we get a cutscene, and we get a free stay at the inn. Remember, these people said that no one's been around here forever, so they're really excited to have new visitors, and they're gonna let us stay on, have a night on the house. Oh, good, so you have some guests. That's unusual. Just for tonight, your stay is on the house. And we can get a little bit of a cutscene here. Learn a little bit more about Galuf. He snuck off to go somewhere. Not that there's many places to go to in this little town. Probably all the stores, except for probably the pub, are closed. You'll see that in like Dragon Quest 4 Dragon Quest 3 when I play that. They have like a day-night cycle, and stores close at night. Well, some stores open, but like most stores tend to close at night. So there's Angel's walking around. He heads into the pub, and lo and behold, there's Galuf there, having a drink. Guess that famous wine. Ah, this is too good. The legendary wine of Rugar. Nothing like it to soothe one's throat. What's going on, Angels? Nothing, I just can't fall asleep. I see. Well, why don't you sit down? That happens a lot. Couldn't sleep in Lix, his hometown. Couldn't sleep in Toon. And then, well, basically says that, hey, if we didn't come, you could have beat Exdeath. But he's like, nah, even if we had attacked the castle, this barrier would have defeated us. We didn't think it would be complete. But thanks to you, you saved us all. So something good did come out of it. So, by the way, Angels, knowing that you wouldn't be able to return to your own world, why did you come here? There's no reason. Angels, you've made my day. Galuf, stop that. We'll learn more about Galuf a little bit later. There's a lot of cutscenes with Galuf in them. So we're going to learn like why he has an army, you know. But that'll be for another time. For now, though, it sounds like everyone's telling us to go to the south. Even though they told us to avoid the castle down south, well, you know, if they say something about it, that's basically just telling us. It's like telling a little kid not to do something. It's going to encourage us to do it, so let's head to the south and find that castle where the legendary weapons are sealed. So it's not a far walk, which is good. But we'll definitely want to make a save outside the castle because there's some really tough enemies inside the castle. Like I said, you don't have to go in here if you don't want to because you can't get the weapons yet, but we're going to go in there and get some little plots. So take care, see you next episode. Bye!